on to another topic here. Do you think Ryan and Caitlin from The Bachelor are going to stay together forever?
I've watched just this season of The Bachelorette. So, that being said, I don't know who those two people are.
I don't either.
Definitely.
Okay. I knew that I knew you were watching due to a mild coercion. I knew you were watching some season, and I asked, so I have a coworker who watches, and I said, what was the last season, and are they still together? And I got the names that way.
Yeah, I have no insight into their relationship. All I know is that The Bachelor and The Bachelorette are a completely healthy way to meet people, and there is no way that you're setting up your relationship for failure.
I think it's true of all dating shows. Dating naked. I think, honestly, I can't believe it took society that long to come up with the perfect first date. I can't think of anything better than showing up on an island with a film crew naked and then having activities.
It's funny because, like, if you don't get over the awkwardness immediately, you're just going to be a totally different version of you. Just an insane.
Oh, and a lot of them are.
Neurotic version of
Did you know I watched Dating Naked?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
How does it go?
No, there are people that seem to handle it pretty well. And first of all, like, they eventually give people drinks, but I feel like that's unfair. Ooh. Like, they should give people drinks immediately.
The whole boat over should be drinks, and then you should wake up feeling shame the next day once you realize that your dong was hanging out all day on a desert island.
Yep. Well, it's not a desert island; it's a tropical island. Like, it's Bora Bora.
Oh, gotcha. Let me pull up my globe.
Okay. Your iPhone's malfunctioning. Gotta get the globe sit next to you.
Oh no, I'm in 19th Century Explorer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So was L. Ron Hubbard.
Thing you're talking about is. I know what a podcast is though.
I don't think we've ever talked about this. My guilty pleasure. I don't watch much reality TV, and I don't even necessarily normally believe in the concept of guilty pleasures. But the one thing that would apply for my guilty pleasure television show is any sort of convoluted dating show. Like, not The Bachelor, Bachelorette, that's too normal, but like Next, Eliminate, Baggage, back when Blind Date was on, like Dating Naked, like, I will watch any of that for hours.
I realized yesterday we were watching The Bachelorette that show without alcohol is soul crushing. Yes, it's easy to talk shit about reality TV. They take the most boring parts of a relationship, which is the super sincere, like, I really feel like you could be the one that'll make me feel whole inside after all I've been through. Like, they take the most boring, shitty parts of any relationship, and then they put that on camera, and then they cut out all the parts where people are being goofy and making mistakes and just being silly. Like, all the stuff that would make anybody on the show charming, they cut out so that it's just people being super sincere in each other's faces for 4 hours. And
I guess that's why it doesn't appeal to me, like, in the same way that, like, because
it's not silly at all.
No, it's not silly, and those shows are, like, set up as, like, find your true love. Like, fucking Next, if you remember that MTV show, was just like, well, you have 4 people following you around in a bus, and at any point during a date you yell Next, and then one of them goes away and you get a new one from the bus. Like, or like dating
show.
No, that was Shipmates, which was another, like, hey, instead of just a normal blind date, let's put 2 people on a cruise for 3 days. Like, anyone who's like, or even Blind Date, which was just 2 people on a first date, but then they had, like, sarcastic pop-up video comments the whole time, and no one knew what to do with the film crew. I find something very humorous. Like, I don't think most people are going on those shows looking for love, and the couple that do are usually, like, I think there is something hilarious about, hey, you know how hard it is to meet someone special in your life? Let's take 2 people, put them on television, and add strange twists into what their date's going to be like.
2 people just liking each other has enough hurdles. It doesn't need...
I'm not saying it's anything but complete trashy TV, but it's the one that gets me because there is just something funny about, like, humans trying to interact in a first date in general. Like, if you filmed a lot of my first dates, you probably would have a lot of humorous material because it's just no one knows how to act. No one knows what to do. You're trying to sell yourself to someone. Like, it's not even laughing at. It's legitimately funny part of the human experience is, like, trying to, in some ways, like, sell your personality and why you have worth to someone in a small period of time, and also like especially like telling them that you're not a creep, or you don't you're it's a tough sell. And so then like to add all these weird elements to it is like cruel in a way I find funny. but not really cruel, because they know exactly what they're getting into, and my guess is that they have some sense of okay, well, this will be fun.
Yeah. I like it better that way, where it feels like the show is recognizing how unnatural it is, and like, people are like up against the show.
Yeah.
Whereas The Bachelor, the weirdest thing about The Bachelor and The Bachelorette is everybody pretends like it's the most normal thing in the world.
Yeah.
Until like there's like one episode where they go home and see their family, and their family is like, they edit out anybody talking shit about the actual structure of the show. It's just people being like, well, these are the rules of the games that the producer gods have set down, and I must follow them to a T. They've edited out all that griping, not recognizing the illusion. It draws more attention to itself.
When you read some of the behind the scenes stuff, they're also like playing these because I really don't like those shows, because they're selling like a concept of love that doesn't exist, in my opinion, and like not just to the people on the show, but to the audience. Which you can say a lot of shit about Jerry Springer hosting Baggage on the Game Show Network, but they're not selling true love.